Voters in the cities of Chubbuck and Idaho Falls will choose new mayors this fall, with their current mayors not seeking re-election. That is not the case in Pocatello, where Mayor Brian Blad is seeking a second term. So joining us to talk about current issues and his campaign, Pocatello Mayor Brian Blad. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about the most current issue. That is the rain that Doug has talked about. You've seen your fair share of natural disasters with the Charlotte fire last year, floods most recently. What role does the mayor play in all of that? How did the city respond to this most recent issue with the floods?
Well, I'll tell you, I really like hearing Doug say it's going to clear up a little bit. I'm hoping it dries up. I hope he's right there. But, you know, what we do is we set up an incident command, and the mayor's in there to help make the decisions that need to happen, get the people in the city activated where they need to be going. For example, the last flood, we had the fire, we had police, we had street department were there all night long, water department was there all night long, wastewater control was there as well, and we were, you know, pumping water out of the underpass, Center Street underpass. We had water running down the road. I was the mayor's also responsibility is to talk with the media when needed. And we had a couple people come in, and we talked to a few people about what we expect our citizens to do and what we were asking them to do. Some very basic things. Don't drive where there's standing water. We don't know what's happening underneath the road. So what we've done, I mean, the water department, the street department, and the police department all worked through the night pumping the underpass out. They worked all day Saturday. They cleaned it up. Saturday, got the underpass opened up again on Saturday. Just did a great job. We've got some great employees at the city that are definitely dedicated to what they're doing.
Right. Earlier this summer, I spoke with two of your opponents, so Paul Shepard and former Mayor Roger Chase. And I can remember talking to you even a couple of years ago and asking about, are you going to run again? And at that point, you told me, I think probably right in this chair off camera, that you felt you still had unfinished business. Is that what's prompting you to run again? You still feel like you have unfinished business in the mayor's office?
You know, you're always going to have unfinished business in the mayor's office. There's no question that that's the case. But what I'm excited about the next 4 years. I can't wait to see what they bring. I look back at the last 4 years. We have moved Pocatello forward so far, and we've done so many great things. Economically, we've done so many things to change attitudes in Pocatello. We've incorporated Idaho State University. Yeah. You know, under this administration, the Obama administration, we've actually grown economically, which not very many cities can say they've been able to do. But we have, so I'm excited. I mean, we're coming out of this. We've got so many people interested in Pocatello. We're going to be developing the airport. There is an awful lot of things that we're going to be able to accomplish in the next 4 years. And I'm thrilled. I get giddy when I start thinking about what could happen.
Well, let's talk about a little bit of the politics, and most recently, you were the deciding vote against the first version of Pocatello's proposed non-discrimination ordinance. Now that we're a couple of months removed from that, maybe the emotions have subsided a little bit. You still stand by that first vote?
Well, you know, I think what's important is when I took office, people wondered if I could make the tough decision. People wondered if I would bring up the tough issues. I think we've proven that that's the case. I've been able to bring those up. I've been able to stand my ground. I understand the issues. I understand a lot of different issues out there from different perspectives from people. I did my homework. I probably did more homework on that than anybody. But at the end of the day, I can proudly say that I have stood up for all people involved. A lot of people will look and say, well, no, you didn't stand up for one group or the other. No, I think I did. I still believe that I stood up for them, for everybody in the city of Pocatello. I feel like I was fair. I listened to everybody, and I made the decisions that I made. But at the end of the day, the real question is, will Brian Blad be able to bring up the tough issues? Will Brian Blad be able to make the tough decisions? I think it's obvious. The answer to that is absolutely yes. And you know what? We're moving on. That was months ago. I'm moving on. I don't have time to look back, honestly.
One last question on that, and before we move on, the second version did not require your vote. The council passed it without your vote. Would you have voted for the second version of the non-discrimination ordinance?
You know, the good thing about it is I didn't have to make that vote.
Well, that's why I asked, to try to figure it out, what you would have done.
I appreciate that. You know what? I did a lot of work. I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and there again, it's in the past. And I'm moving forward, and I'm happy to. I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about what we've done, and I'm moving forward.
Last question. What does Mayor Blad know now that candidate Blad did not know 4 years ago about being the mayor?
Oh, we don't have time on camera to go over that. You know, it's a big job. Obviously, I mean, I go everywhere, I do everything. I probably spend 80, 90 hours a week as the mayor. There's an awful lot of work. And anybody that thinks they can do it and be the mayor and not spend that time and be effective, they're fooling themselves. It just doesn't work there. I've learned that, you know, you get to meet a lot of really great people. We have probably the best citizens in the country right here in Pocatello. If there's a disaster, we move forward.
Right. Well, we appreciate your time and coming in, and it's going to be a campaign November 5th election day, so we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mayor. Appreciate it.